gosh, dang it, I hate it. I hate it. Make it stop, please.
You think I'm a freak, don't you?
I do. I think you're a freak.
Do you think it's wrong for siblings to kiss?
Yes. Yes. Emphatically. Stop, please.
How's it going, everybody? HoodlaMutt here, back with some more Chaos Head Noah. And last time, Nanami showed up to our little container naked, completely naked, didn't even know how she got there. So we had to give her our prized sweatshirt, and she wore that with almost nothing else. It was awkward. It was unbearable, and I regret everything. However, we found out that we're still getting messages in this route from Nanami saying, give me back my bangle and all this other stuff. And the Nanami that showed up at our front door doesn't remember that happening, so we're trying to figure out what's going on there. Most likely it's a delusion sent to us from Nozomi. And then we also ate some breakfast made by Nanami, with Nanami, and again, also awkward. This whole route just sucks. I can't stand it. But anyway, we're gonna try and run through this bad boy here. I want to get done with this one as quickly as possible. So without any further ado, let's just get back into this, shall we? Early morning on the 28th, an unusual corpse was discovered on a road in Shoto, Shibuya Ward. The corpse was identified as 31-year-old Hashiya Yasuyuki, a resident of Narima Ward. His cause of death is believed to be asphyxiation due to a foreign object being lodged in his throat. The victim's mouth was packed with large quantities of cloth that had been finely cut by scissors, and a considerable amount of the same cloth was found in his stomach. According to the police, the cloth is believed to be a girl's winter uniform from the high school Suime Private Academy, located in Shibuya Ward. Interesting. Suime Academy is approximately a 3-minute walk from the scene, and authorities are currently investigating the private school for any possible connections to the incident. Uh-huh. Another new case. And since it couldn't have just been a normal murder, a girl's winter uniform from Suime had been cut up with scissors and jammed into the victim's throat, choking him. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, 'cause Nanami didn't have clothes. Uh-oh. Interesting. Oh, crap. Was that uniform Nanami's? It had to be. It couldn't be just a coincidence. The timing was too perfect. It really was Shogun. Whatever that guy's goal was, it must have involved kidnapping Nanami and tearing off her uniform. That jerk was 100% trying to provoke me. I was next. I was gonna be the next person to die. Big bro? What's wrong? Nanami called out from behind me, nearly making me tumble out of my chair. Oh, wow. Your face. You don't look so good. Nanami. I reached out a hand to Nanami. He's gonna kill me. Someone's gonna kill you? Quit joking around. It's not funny. I'm being serious. There's no doubt that guy's aiming for me next, Nanami. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault he kidnapped you. What do I do? I'm scared. I'm so scared. As pathetic as it was to do this in front of my sister, my heart couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to cling to someone who could protect me. I hadn't heard a thing from Themi lately. Ayase was hospitalized. There wasn't anyone else to protect me. But right as I thought that, Nanami gently took hold of my outstretched hand.
Jeez, you really are a mess, big bro. You can't do a single thing by yourself. I swear, this is all because you've been playing way too many games. Today, I'd say you're better off staying on the couch, not the computer.
Don't. Leave me alone.
Okay, I get it. I'm not gonna leave you alone.
Really?
Really. You were really nice to me yesterday, so I've gotta show my thanks somehow.
Nanami. At the end of the day, family really was who you should keep closest. Whenever you actually needed something, everyone else would disappear on you. They were all useless where it actually mattered. The only thing that could well and truly support me in my time of need was family. Nanami lending me a hand was such a relief, I could barely keep myself from bursting into tears. I clung to Nanami's hand.
I can't believe how spoiled you are, big bro. Really, how am I not the older sibling here? More like lil bro.
Shut up.
I know. There.
Nanami jokingly pat my head. It might have only been a bit of messing around to Nanami, but to me right now, the feeling was immensely comforting. Nanami, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Normally, Nanami and I only ever got into arguments, so it was pretty embarrassing to ask her for a favor, but I couldn't bring myself to care about that right now. Tonight, can you...
Why'd you stop there? How am I supposed to know what you want if you don't say it?
Tonight, can you stay over again? Please? I'd feel a little more at ease if she did. I couldn't stand the thought of staying in this room all alone, completely terrified of Shogun. But Nanami would probably be against it. She'd likely call me a pervert for it, especially since I had so much trouble saying it. I nervously turned to Nanami, expecting that reaction.
What? Is that all? I can totally do that. Heck, I can stay as long as you want.
Interesting. Doesn't have to go to school, doesn't have to check in with mom and dad. She's got to be like a delusion form of Nanami or something. Don't buy it. Really?
I mean, I'm all worried about you now, big bro. So I can't just leave you alone. What did you expect?
Huh. Thank you. I'm saved. Thank God. Family really is the best. No, my blood-related little sister. She's the best. Oh, Nanami. I'm so glad we're related. And really, if she got rid of that bratty side of her, she would 100% be the ideal little sister. Oh no, not the wiggly screen! Not the screen wiggle! Gosh dang it, don't do it to me again. Nanami wasn't coming back. Earlier, at around noon, Nanami had gone to get clothes from home, as well as something to eat while she was out. With a carefree wave of her hand, she'd given me a "be back soon," then left. 8 hours had passed since then. I hadn't gone online, or even watched Bloodtoon. I'd simply sat on the couch, doing nothing but waiting for Nanami to come back. Well, dude, that's kind of part of your problem. You gotta, have something to take your mind off of the intensity of, life. gotta, just chill out, watch a little Bloodtoon until she comes back, dude. You'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't sit there and freaking stew in paranoia. Ever since she'd left, I'd been clutching my phone tightly, checking it every passing minute for any emails or calls from Nanami. Though I tried calling from my end, all I'd ever get was a message saying that the signal hadn't gone through, or that her phone was off. Why wasn't she coming back? Had our parents said something to her? If so, what would it have been? It doesn't matter if you two are siblings. Boys and girls your age shouldn't be staying in the same tiny room overnight. Or something? Sounds about... Yeah, no. Maybe they were just giving her crap over losing her uniform. When I thought about it for a second, I realized that Nanami would have been wandering the streets of Shibuya totally nude before arriving at my base. To put it bluntly, this was actually pretty serious. It wouldn't surprise me if it turned into an outright criminal case. Because of that, I wouldn't put it past our parents to freak out and call the police in a panic. But what if none of that was it? What if it was actually so much worse? What if this time, while Nanami was heading home, Shogun, or maybe his underling Yua, had kidnapped her? And if that wasn't bad enough, what if they'd already killed her? The possibility of having another email from Shogun made me too scared to check my inbox at all. Nanami, don't leave me all alone. Please, hurry and come back. Until I finally calm back down, I want you to forget all about school and stay by my side the whole time. Demi promised me that, but she disappeared on me. If you disappeared, Nanami, I... Huh? Clutched in my hand, my cell phone began to vibrate. The second I noticed it, I immediately pressed the answer button and the call connected. Hello? Nanami? Hey, Nanami, where are you?
Big bro. Save me.
A shudder ran through me. Oh, crap. Had Shogun really abducted her?
Why? Why did you abandon me? Why, big bro?
Was it Shogun? What did that guy do to you?
It hurts. My right hand. It hurts.
What is happening right now? This again? Sluggishly lowering my phone, I mumbled that almost unconsciously. Deja vu. It was just like the call from yesterday. Back then, she'd said, "Give me back my right hand." I thought it was just a prank. But was I mistaken? I didn't know. I cowered in place, holding my head. Nanami, just where are you? Please come back already. Interesting. So that's gotta be the Nozomi one, right? Either that or the real one is the phone call and this other one is Nozomi, but I can't tell. Staggering, I aimlessly made my way outside. The sky was already dark as could be. The moon was nowhere to be seen. The distant outline of Shibuya was covered in a faint light. Going outside was a start, but I still wasn't anywhere close to having the strength to find Nanami. Should I give her another call? It was certainly possible that she was still pranking me for the second day in a row. Maybe I was really overthinking this.
What are you doing, big bro?
Oh, yeah, see? So it's like, we're dealing with maybe the real one, and then maybe a delusion, or maybe two delusions, I think. It's kind of hard to tell. Startled, I looked toward the voice, and saw Nanami standing there, looking puzzled. She must have changed clothes, given her outfit was different than when she'd left. She also had a shopping bag in her hand. Where have you been?
Sorry, I'm totally late. I went shopping with Mom for a new uniform, and time just flew by.
That was the best answer I could have hoped for. Though, even then, one thing still bothered me. And the phone call earlier?
Phone call? Oh, yeah, sorry. I really should have done that. Or at least emailed you saying I'd be running late.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying you did call.
Nope, wasn't me. You really gotta pull your head out of the clouds, big bro.
Nanami's answer seemed pretty relaxed. This conversation was just beyond off. Talk about dissonance.
Forget that. Wanna guess what we're having for dinner tonight? What's this? Salisbury steak? Handmade by yours truly? Yup. You can help me too from now on if you want, big bro.
Wait! Wait a sec! Didn't you call me? Saying something about giving back your right hand?
Sheesh. You're being really stubborn right now. Like I said, I didn't call you. You must have mistaken me for someone else.
Huh. Putting on a very clearly sullen face, Nanami stormed into the container in a pout. Was I being deceived? It didn't really seem like it. Not to mention, Nanami wasn't really the type to pull such crap-tier pranks. Or at least, that was how I remembered her being. So, what was that phone call then? Another one of Shogun's traps? Right then, I felt a chill on the nape of my neck. Just like I was being watched. Whose eyes are those eyes? Huh, yeah. Okay. Interesting. After we finished dinner, Nanami, we need to talk.
Huh? What about?
Without looking up from the manga she was reading, she gave an apathetic reply. She'd been flipping through various volumes from the piles of manga stacked up in the corner of the room. It's serious. So actually listen.
What's the matter? Weird for you to get so serious all of a sudden.
Perplexed, she closed the manga, straightened her back, then faced me.
Ready when you are.
Do you remember anything about the day before yesterday? The day before yesterday, Nanami had been cowering outside my container house, completely naked. Her clothes, school bag, and bangle were all missing. As for her phone, it'd been sent to me in a cardboard box, covered in blood. Nothing about this was normal. Nanami had said herself that not even she knew what happened. She'd been suffering from mild amnesia. Was she still dealing with it, though? Maybe she'd recovered since then. After all, she was acting like she was totally back to her usual self. When I asked her if she remembered anything now, Nanami immediately frowned, then lightly shook her head from side to side.
Still the same.
Seriously? Nothing at all?
Seriously. Nothing at all. Yeah, I've been trying as hard as I can to just not think about it. I haven't even told Mom. Thanks to that, it was pretty tough dodging the question of where exactly my uniform went.
Maybe I should take her to the hospital after all. What field of study would amnesia even fall under? Psychiatry? If it is psych, then we should probably see Dr. Takashina. At least, that was my thought process. Until I remembered Dr. Takashina had been murdered as a part of New Gen. A sharp pain shot deep into my chest. Nanami. My life is in danger.
Huh?
Nanami's eyes went wide. Of course, pretty much anyone would react like that if I suddenly said something so crazy. Problem was, the crazy stuff was the truth. So, I decided to tell her everything. Interesting. I'm just curious where this is going to go and like how it's going to deviate from the other two endings because I can't really predict it right now. It's too vague for me to be able to tell exactly what's happening. So I told her about Shogun, about how I'd witnessed the third New Gen case, the crucifixion, and how after that, countless strange, terrifying things had been following me without end. I told her about the threatening emails and other messages Shogun had sent me right before she'd landed naked on my doorstep. And lastly, I told her about the 2 prank calls I'd received from a fake version of herself. At first, Nanami forced a smile and said, "Big bro, don't you think you're being kinda delusional?" But eventually, she realized that I wasn't joking around, and her expression stiffened. "Listen, no more going out alone for a while. We could be attacked at any moment."
Big bro, you're scaring me.
I'm scared too. That's why we need to stick together. If the two of us stuck together, we could keep each other safe. Not that I had any clue how a crappy older brother like me could keep her safe, nor how I'd support her feelings and whatnot. All I knew was that I couldn't bear it if she left me alone. So he's selfish. I would have preferred help from someone who could have offered physical protection, but... well, my first choice would have been the police, but I was hesitant to talk to them. Those detectives I'd spoken to in front of the Kurenai conference hall hadn't shown themselves since then. What happened to all that talk of defending me? Besides, they still might have suspected me of being the culprit behind the crucifixion. Trusting the police was out of the question. Until I could think of a better countermeasure, the only choice I had was to stay locked in my base. Sinking into the couch, Nanami wrapped her arms around herself and simply trembled. Huh. Interesting. Sitting on the couch myself, I stared idly at the Seiratan poster hanging above my PC. The room was completely clean now. After telling Nanami everything, she'd gone silent for a moment out of fear, before breaking the silence with a, "You know what? Let's clean up in here." It'd taken 2 to 3 hours for things to get this clean. Guess she'd figured that keeping herself moving would mean she wouldn't have to think about everything else. She was lying in bed now. Huh. When was the last time that bed had been used for its intended purpose? I actually had used it for a couple months, back when I'd first started living here. Or at least, I felt like I had. It was always such a hassle cleaning this place up. Every time I did it, it was a total nightmare, and I just couldn't wait for it to be over. As things were now, though, I was glad it was actually clean for once. Last night, Nanami had slept on the couch and I on the floor. So, I couldn't be any happier to be sleeping on the couch tonight, because gosh dang had that not been comfortable. Hey, look, I always liked sleeping on the floor, okay? I slept on the floor all through friggin' college, dude. I had a perfectly good bed, and I slept on the floor instead, dude. Commercial carpeting, baby, but I liked it. I liked the firmness of the carpeted floor. It felt nice. I don't think I could do it now. I feel like it would hurt now, but at least during that time I was able to, so. That said, I was a night owl by nature. So, unlike Nanami, I wouldn't be drifting off so early. Well, yesterday had already ended, so I guess right now was technically early. I usually hit the sack once the sky started to brighten up. So yeah, I was pretty much just lying there on the couch, staring off into space. Had Nanami fallen asleep yet? Judging by her breathing, probably not. Then, as if she'd somehow heard my thoughts, Nanami began to squirm around. She tossed and turned for a moment, before eventually showing her face.
Hey, big bro.
Were you asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Nanami looked like she had something on her mind. After a moment, she timidly spoke up.
Hey, could I sleep with you?
No, you can stay in the bed. I gave you the bed, dude. I was gonna say gentleman, but I can't say that about Takumi. But that's typically the gentlemanly thing to do. You stay over there and I'll stay on the couch. You don't even like that. You shouldn't even be on the couch. Couch is uncomfortable anyway. More comfortable than the floor, like he's saying, but stay in your bed. Stay over there. What?
Oh, not like that. It's not like I want to sleep with you. Look, you being a real cruddy big brother aside, I'm just too freaked out to sleep by myself right now. So, while I don't really like this one bit, I'll just have to make an exception just for today.
Dude, freaky, gosh, come on. Her voice slowly got weaker and weaker as she spoke. Try as she might to keep up the front. At the end of the day, Nanami was just too scared to sleep. Oh, no! No! Gosh, just stay over there. You stay there. There's like 3... How many is that? That's probably a good 6 inches. Keep that 6 inches away from me right now. Gosh, dude. Come on, man. Okay. So, that was how I'd ended up in this situation.
Do anything dirty to me, and I'll kick your butt.
Dude, don't even give him the inclination. Just stop talking and go to sleep. Stop talking and close your eyes and go dream. And you know what, Takumi, you should go on the floor now, okay? I don't care what the purpose of it is. You say, look, you keep a good arm's length distance from me, and then and quit being weird. Gosh, dang it, this sucks. Like I'd ever. Don't be dumb.
I mean, you never know. What if you got all turned on or something?
Dude, stop! Stop talking that way! There's no reason for you to be talking this way. You're supposed to be wholesome and innocent. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do anything. As if I'd ever get turned on by my little sister. Gosh, I hate this. This is so bad. I hate it. I can't. Stop making me read it, please.
Well, that kinda stings. You could at least get a little turned on by me, you know?
No! Stop encouraging him! What is wrong with you? You child! What is your problem, dude? What is your major malfunction? I don't understand. What the frick? You are like too tsundere. Oh my gosh, stop talking. Just stop saying words, please. Go to bed. As if. And if you're just gonna nag the whole time, go sleep somewhere else. Yeah, just do that. Just do that. Yeah, just listen to that. He just told you. Go ahead, just do it now. Just do that.
Sorry. I'll just shut up then.
Yeah, please, at least. Oh my gosh. Nanami went silent, pursing her lips in a pout. This was way more embarrassing than I'd anticipated. My heart was beating oddly fast. Why? Sure, she was my sister, but never once had I ever been this close to a 3D girl. Not to mention we were literally sleeping in the same bed. Dude, this is straight up. This is like how people justify crap in their head. They say the same thing over and over. I mean, like, I know it's bad, but, also sometimes I get this feeling, and, sometimes feelings aren't bad, right? Like, sometimes we just need to, like, follow our heart. You never follow your heart, ever. You never listen to your feelings like that, okay? If they go against ration and reason, okay? Like, if they're not following the truth, you gotta stop listening then. You go sleep on the bed then, Takumi. Holy frick. Gosh dang, I hate this. This is so, I'd audibly said I wasn't ever gonna get turned on. But the truth was, that'd been a lie. Frankly speaking, I was already borderline. Dude, holy frick. Okay. It's sometimes hard to separate the fact that Takumi is not a character that I'm supposed to, like, relate with necessarily, but, like, understand. You know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be someone that it's like, I get it because, like, this moment right now, okay, whether we like to agree with it or not, is very human in the sense that it's very, like, it's a sinful mindset, okay? So he's supposed to represent, like, the negativity of humanity. I've pretty much already established that 500 episodes ago. But gosh dang, it doesn't make it any easier to read it. You know what I'm saying? I need it to be over. I need to quit talking. I need it to be, it's gotta stop. Gosh, why did Nanami have to be staring at me? Close your eyes already. Don't look. It's embarrassing.
So, I've been getting this weird feeling. Hey, big bro. You don't think I'm annoying, do you?
You're kind of annoying right now, yeah. Kind of's putting it lightly, yo. Uh-huh. Annoying's also putting it lightly.
Yeah, you probably do.
I mean, she was right. I did. She was a brat. She was always yapping on and on about dumb crap, and she was always finding some way to interfere with my life. Though, I suppose it was more fitting to say that I'd used to think of her that way. For the past couple of days or so, I'd been spending more and more time with her. And during that time, even when she was feeling so incredibly weak, she'd still put on a smile and put up with a pathetic person like me. When I thought of it that way, it made me start to think that my sister was genuinely a source of comfort to me. Maybe even a really big one. And that's it, right? No, I don't.
It's fine. It's not a big deal if you do. And FYI, don't get the wrong idea, but I just want to let you know, I don't hate you.
Where the heck did that come from?
Remember back when you were in the hospital?
What? I've never been hospitalized. I've gone in for visits, but I've never stayed there.
That's not true. You were definitely in the hospital at one point.
No. No, I wasn't. You're just wrong.
Are you sure? Well, whatever. Forget about that. Anyway, back when you couldn't make it to school, and it was causing a lot of problems, it got me thinking that I needed to stay strong, dependable. So, the reason why I'm always nagging you about all sorts of stuff, well, that's why. It's got nothing to do with me hating you, okay? Way back, before you even went to the hospital, You always used to spoil me like crazy. Back then, I could always rely on you. I loved you more than anything, big bro.
Past tense, huh?
Huh? Stop! What the frick?
So that's why I thought that this time I could be the dependable one. That instead of you being there for me, I'd be there for you, and I'd help you with whatever you were struggling with. Not that I can say for sure how much I've actually helped here.
I'm sorry for being such a horrible brother. Maybe it was because of where I was, but for whatever reason, it was easier to say things I wouldn't normally say.
It's okay, really. We're siblings after all. Besides, I remember all about how dependable you used to be. So it doesn't matter if you slip and fall a bit along the way. I'll never hate you. Okay?
Nanami. So that was how Nanami felt. I was incredibly happy. At this point, I would never stop kicking myself for thinking that having a 3D sister would suck. Having a sister, having Nanami, was a blessing.
But just for today, just for a little bit, could you spoil me instead? I know earlier I acted really tough, but to be honest, when I was lying there all alone, my imagination was really starting to scare me, and it just kept getting worse. So, could you just spoil me for a little bit? I just want to feel okay again.
Nestling her body up against mine, Nanami buried her face in my chest. She smelled really nice.
Stop! Stop! Stop right now! I will not read. I promise I will skip. I will skip if you freaking do this to me. Don't test me. No one will ever know. It will be gone. Gosh dang it. Please.
I've wanted you to do this for so long. I've wanted you to spoil me like this for so long, big bro.
I couldn't help but embrace her slender body. I then hugged her tighter, then tighter. As long as I had Nanami, nothing else mattered. I didn't need Seiratan. I didn't need people bowing down to me in ESO. All I needed was Nanami. A girl of flesh and blood. A girl who always had me on her mind. Feeling her warmth on my skin put my mind entirely at ease. And next thing I knew, I was falling into a deep, gentle sleep. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, dude, not the wiggles again. No, not the wiggle screen! Not the wiggle screen! Come on! When I woke up, I was lying on the couch. Huh? That was weird. I thought I'd been asleep in my bed with Nanami. Had I woken up just enough to make my own way over here, but not enough to realize it? I looked up at the bed, only to see a bulge under the sheets. Nanami must have still been asleep. I checked the time on my phone. That's like 9 at night, I think? No, that's 8 at night. Huh? I felt an odd sense of discomfort. Something wasn't right. I had no idea what, though. It was like my brain had no idea what was going on anymore. What date is it today? If I remembered correctly, I was pretty sure it wasn't November yet. I mean, how the heck could I have gone to sleep and then woken up at 8 p.m.? What? Did that mean I'd slept for almost 20 straight hours? Yeah, not a chance. It didn't matter how much I'd let my guard down since I was with Nanami. There was no way I would have gotten that much shut-eye. I had to wonder if my phone was just broken, and therefore the date and time were wrong. Huh. But when I checked, the date and time on my PC were the same as my phone, a little past 8 p.m. on November 4th. No way. There's just no way. Muttering that to myself, I connected to the internet, opening both my browser and email as I scoured the latest news. But no matter where I looked, the date always indicated November 4th. I read through countless news articles before one in particular caught my eye.
Dude, did he just delusion an entire day? Is that what just happened?
Boy Messiah is a no-show. Protests ensue. Oh, what the heck? Oh, whoa, okay. Wait, that's a lot, and I couldn't read it all, so since I couldn't read the top very well, we're just gonna let him tell us. The article was dated October 28th, 1 week ago. Could all this be connected to Shogun? And the email he'd sent summoning me? Shogun had definitely sent me an email saying to come to the O-Front at 9 p.m. That couldn't be just random coincidence. And what's more, what the heck? Something was off here. For one, the 6th new-gen case should have been the Dominatrix. And two, there'd been a 7th new-gen case? DQN puzzle? Nude gen? What? When had all that happened? Staring at the new-gen bulletin, I froze completely. Oh, wait. It wasn't called the Dominatrix, right? It was called Finger Food, I'm pretty sure. So, why did he think it was Dominatrix? What? Huh.
You've got mail, you big dum-dum.
It took the sound of Saratan's voice to bring me back to myself. Apparently, I had an ungodly amount of new emails, and my computer was finally ready to download them all.
Huh? Oh, frick. Well, we know it's Nozomi now, right? We know that, that it was actually Suwa in disguise as Shogun, so us missing that probably made him pretty mad. Huh. Okay.
53 new emails? And they were all from Shogun? Every single title was open, entirely confrontational. I'd never once seen Shogun swear like that before. Feelings of fear and confusion made a disgusting, nasty sweat beat across my entire body. Nervous as could be, I clicked open the most recent email. Not a single reply all week. I'm not the sort of moron you're making me out to be. If that's your plan, then I'll see to it that Nanami-chan gets tortured even more. If I overdo it a bit and she ends up dead, don't blame me for it. It'd be all your fault, not mine. You're the bad guy here. What the heck? What was going on here? What was going on, darn it? calm down. Take a deep breath. Now, stop for a second and think. This was all just a delusion. Yeah, it was all just a dream. Just a dream, Takumi. I was gonna wake up, and then the laugh track would ensue. Then I'd realize that I was sleeping with Nanami in my bed, and then I'd be back in reality. Uh-oh. A knocking sound resounded from my door. It was coming from outside. Who was it? I held my breath, eyes glued to the door. Silence. No sign of life at all. But the moment I thought I'd just been hearing things, the knocking sound came again. I hadn't been hearing things. Oh crap. Was it Shogun? After all this time, had he finally come here to kill me? And yet, when I heard the voice from beyond the door, it was beyond even my wildest expectations.
Big bro, open up. Please.
Nanami? Huh? How? My eyes snapped to the bed. Nanami should have been asleep there. There was a bulge right under the white sheets. Hey, Nanami. Wake up. I think his room's still dirty, isn't it? I'm looking around and I see like pop cans on the ground, and they were supposed to have cleaned it, so I think it was just all delusion. He delusioned an entire day, I think. I climbed part way up the ladder to the bed, then told Nanami to wake up. And yet, the sheets didn't move an inch. Something wasn't right. Nanami! I violently threw them off, and beneath them were just a bunch of cardboard boxes. Oh no. Nanami wasn't there. Huh? My mind went blank. And not only was Nanami not there, but the bed wasn't even clean. It would have been impossible to sleep in. There were boxes upon boxes stuffed full of manga and eroge. That was how it looked before Nanami had cleaned it up yesterday. But now, it was right back to normal. Right back to being a spot I used for storage. Yeah, see, that's what I noticed right before he took off the sheet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Hadn't Nanami cleaned up yesterday? I looked around the room. Not a darn thing about it was even close to clean. Why hadn't I noticed that sooner after waking up a few minutes ago? I was at a total loss. My memories were all jumbled up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Big bro.
I heard a voice from outside again. Nanami's voice. Who was that Nanami? Where was that Nanami I'd slept with? What happened to the naked, trembling Nanami? I didn't understand. I didn't understand a darn thing. I stumbled my way to the door, then clung onto it. The inside was locked with a padlock. This entire container had been a locked room. It would have been impossible for Nanami to sneak out while I'd been asleep. I was on the brink of tears. This had to be an attack from Shogun. Still, I knew I had to open the door, because outside was Nanami's voice. It was incredibly, incredibly weak, and it was calling for me. And so, I undid the lock, and then I slowly opened the door.
Oh no! Oh no, it's actually okay, this is actually her now. Oh no, dude. Oh crap, and she has her D sword. Oh, he's gonna freaking have an aneurysm now.
Big bro.
Nanami was there, wearing her missing uniform. Her entire body covered in blood. Her right hand severed, wielding a blade I'd never seen before. A D-sword. Her hollow eyes turned towards me. Stunned as could be, I couldn't say a word.
Why? Why didn't you come? I waited a whole week for you. I called out for you over and over again. Big bro, save me. But you never came.
This was a delusion. This was a delusion.
This was a delusion!
My right hand. It hurts. Give me back my right hand. Give me back my right hand. Ever since I woke up this morning, my right hand's been throbbing a little bit.
Which was real? Which was a delusion? What was I looking at? Who had I been talking to until now? Where had that Nanami gone? Where had this Nanami come from?
Big bro!
Suddenly, I heard Nanami's voice come from behind me. In front of me was Nanami, covered in blood. Behind me was Nanami calling out to me. Fear gripping me, I nervously turned around. And behind me was Nanami.
Yo, oh frick, that was the delusion. Oh no!
Wearing the clothes I'd lent her, her right hand still perfectly attached. There were 2 Nanamis.
Oh no! Oh dude, whoa! That's a different pose I haven't seen with her in the D-sword. Yo, that's kind of cool looking.
Who is that?
The 2 Nanami spoke in unison. When Nanami saw Nanami, her expression grew puzzled. When Nanami also saw Nanami, her expression grew tearful. Caught between 2 Nanamis, This is a delusion! Sank to the floor, clutching my head. If this was a delusion, I wanted to wake up already. I didn't want to see a delusion this horrifying. And yet, no matter how much I wanted to wake up, I couldn't get back to reality.
Oh dang, look, she angry!
Is she a fake?
The blood-stained Nanami shifted and swayed. She held onto her D-sword, a sword both pitiful and sinister, with a height comparable to even her own.
Why is this fake with you? Is it her fault? You didn't come save me?
Oh, she Yankee too!
What? I'm not a fake. You're the fake here with that weird sword thing.
Both voices belonged to Nanami. Both faces belonged to Nanami. Both called me Big Bro. Which Nanami was real? Which Nanami was fake? Were they both real? Were they both fake?
I'll show you. You fake. Get away from my big bro!
The blood-stained Nanami brandished her D-sword with one hand, then swung it with incredible ease. The end of it was aimed straight toward the non-blood-stained Nanami's neck.
Ah!
Making no attempt to avoid it, Nanami froze in place. It hit her head-on. The brutal, unforgiving edge of the D-sword dug into her neck. And then, it slipped right through. Huh? The non-blood-stained Nanami should have been decapitated. And yet, there wasn't even a drop of blood. She wasn't even injured. She simply stood there, just as she had been the whole time. There wasn't any doubt that Nanami had swung the D-sword. And with that amount of force behind it, Nanami's head should have been blown clean off.
I knew it. You really are a fake. Huh? What? How did I?
Stop.
You're a fake, and you know it. I'm not a fake!
Shut up already.
Big bro, get away! Get away from them! She's wrong, big bro. I'm right here. You know I'm right here.
Shut the heck up!
I couldn't help but scream. It was all just so freaking confusing. One of you is a delusion. My sister isn't. Nanami isn't. Two different people. I alternated between the two Nanamis, comparing them. Both looked like Nanami to me. So I turned to the one wearing my sweatshirt. I wished from the bottom of my heart that this Nanami was real. That the Nanami I'd held tightly in my bed was real. And so, I followed my desire. I reached out my hand toward her face, all so I could gently brush her cheek. But, just like the D-sword before me, my hand slipped right through her. Even though Nanami was right there, I couldn't touch her. I'd felt nothing there. As if she were a holographic projection. I was overwhelmed by an uncontrollable sadness. Tears flooded from my eyes in large drops.
No. There's no way. I'm not a fake. Come on, big bro. I'm not a fake, right? Say I'm not a fake.
Nanami tried to cling onto me, and I tried to hold her in return. And yet, just as I feared, the Nanami before me had no substance. My hands slipped right through her body.
This is wrong. This is all wrong. I'm right here!
Nanami's right hand firmly grasped my left. I could feel it. I could feel her frail strength grasping my hand. Dude, wait, what? Did they just have mutual recognition? Is that what happened? But that would mean that she would have to be a delusion, like a delusional person come to life, just like the real Takumi made delusional Takumi, right? But I'm assuming this Nanami is a delusion from Nozomi, so I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe they like made a delusion from Nanami since they had her kidnapped, you know what I mean? They had her under their control. So maybe that was what happened, I don't know. I could feel neither her body, nor her head, nor her neck. Only her right hand was touching me.
Get away from him!
The Nanami without a right hand shouted out.
Get away from my big bro right now, you monster!
The very next second, all power drained from her body, and while still holding onto her D-sword, she fell to the ground with a thud. Sweat was pouring from that Nanami's forehead. The color was draining from her face. Considering her right hand had been cut off, and she was bleeding profusely, it was only a matter of time until she passed out. An awful thought passed through my mind. I knew it couldn't be true, but I couldn't stop myself from thinking about it. In my mind, it was the only answer to all of this. An answer that was no less than a nightmare.
What? Huh? Oh, where'd you come from, yo? Hello?
That's right. I heard a voice that wasn't Nanami's.
It's exactly as you think, Taku.
Behind the fallen Nanami, standing outside the door, was me. Wielding a wing-like D-sword, Sakihara Imi was standing right there. Our eyes met. She looked at me with deeply sad eyes.
The Nana-chan, whose right hand you're holding right now, is one you're about to real boot.
Yeah, yep.
Yup! Figured.
Real boot?
You couldn't face reality, so you imagined her. The Nana-chan who's holding a D-sword is the real one. Don't lie to him! I'm the real Nanami! Taku, when you saw Nana-chan's severed hand, you went into a state of shock. And in order to cope with it all, you created a delusion in which you never saw the hand. A delusion in which Nana-chan was safe and sound.
I hadn't seen a hand. Shogun had only sent a blood-stained cell phone. Or had the hand been there?
Oh, so he just pretended that it wasn't there. Like he went into shock and then tried to imagine that it wasn't there. Oh, yo.
Maybe I'd been trying not to see it. Maybe I'd been refusing to. So, she was saying that Nanami being naked was something I made up? And that the real Nanami, the one who was standing in front of me, covered in blood and missing her right hand, had been kidnapped by Shogun? You're lying.
It's the truth. Please, Taku. You need to stop this delusion immediately. What you're about to do is commit the terrible act of creating a human being.
Oh, shoot. So the real Takumi did that, though. So what... I'm curious what that crime will be then. Like, what she's gonna say is the penalty of it or whatever, because we know real Takumi did it for delusional Takumi, so... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The power you're using right now exceeds the energy of even a nuclear weapon. Even if you weren't aware of it, that's exactly what put you into a near coma for the past week.
Oh.
Taku, if you don't stop, then there really will be 2 Nana-chans in this world. And the more power you put into that delusion, the more life it takes away from someone else. So please.
You're lying.
I'm sorry. This is my fault for not being able to protect you. But I'm begging you, as painful as it may be, you need to face reality. Stop this delusion right now, Taku. Big bro, don't erase me. If you don't stop this delusion, I will kill you.
Yo.
Big bro!
I shook off Nanami's right hand. It was all too much. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't have the slightest clue what to believe. Believing Dimi's explanation? I just couldn't. Believing Nanami, who was standing there in tears? I just couldn't. Believing Nanami, who was lying there grasping a D-sword? I just couldn't. Believing myself and what I felt? I just couldn't. What I wished for was something simple. A quiet, peaceful life with nothing to disturb it. A wonderful, blissful future with Nanami. With my sister. That was all I wished for. That was all I hoped for. Was I not allowed that wish? Was I not allowed that hope? Then, everyone should just disappear. This whole world should just be erased. And in my own head, disturbed by no one, inside my delusion, I could live in a world neither real nor fake. A world with just the 2 of us. Just me and one Nanami.
Yo, that's pretty sad, yo. That's kind of crazy. Wow.
I peered into Nanami's eyes. They were glistening with tears. Nanami was looking at me. If I have Nanami, that's enough for me. I whispered that aloud, and the very next second... Oh! Oh! The world jolted.
The 3rd melt?
Oh! Oh no!
My wish had come true. The world was enveloped in white. All and everything was consumed by it. And, as literally as could be, it was all erased. Oh, frick. When I opened my eyes, I saw the familiar ceiling of my container house. I was lying on my back, right on top of my bed. Huh? Had I fallen asleep? It felt like I'd just been dreaming about something truly horrifying. Like I'd just been dreaming about something truly nauseating. But it had been just a dream. It couldn't have been anything else. Whether that was reality or just a dream didn't matter to me. Whether this was reality or just a dream didn't matter either. I felt a gentle weight on my chest. Moving my eyes toward it, I saw her. It was Nanami, sprawled out on my chest. Our eyes met. Nanami was watching me closely. Her eyes were wet. Her cheeks dyed the color of cherry blossoms.
Thank you for everything last night.
At first, I didn't understand what she meant.
You accepted my feelings for you, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier that my big bro loves me. Big bro, I can't believe it, but I've fallen for you way, way harder now.
Why? No, why is this the reality you wanted, dude? Why is this the reality you wanted? Ah! No! Oh, please tell me Demi killed him or something. Just anything that's not this. Anything but this. Dude, this is the worst outcome. Anything but this.
Right. So this must have been one of those so-called character routes you saw in Edoge. And, surprisingly enough, I took the situation in stride. Nanami seemed cuter than ever right now. I couldn't help but think about how lovable she was. I saw her both as my sister and as a girl.
No! This is the wrong delusion to have. I mean, any delusion's not correct, because if the delusion isn't truth, which is kind of the idea of what a delusion is, then it's not good. But this is the worst one. You could have deluded anything, dude. Anything. Why this one? Why? I'm so glad I'm getting this one out of the way, like, ahead of time. I'm so glad this is, like, on the list of ones they gave me. That's, like, the saving grace of the freaking committee of zero, okay? That did the patch and also the guide, okay? Because freaking they had Nanami as the very third route that you take after you get done with the first one, and then the second one, that's the very next one. So then that one's just out of the way, because gosh dang, it's so... I don't even have words, dude. It's so gross.
You'll keep on loving me a whole lot from now on, won't you?
And if I said, but I refuse? Old habits die hard, I guess. Nanami's face soured as she sat up.
Sheesh. I'm trying to have a serious conversation here, you jerk.
She got out of bed. Crap. How could I possibly make it up to her? That was when I noticed what was in my hand. Bringing it closer to my face, I realized what it was. A bangle. It wasn't the one I'd given her before, however. This one was way fancier. Way cuter. It would look really good on her. Thinking that to myself, I got out of bed too. Here, Nanami. I got you a present.
Huh?
I slipped it on Nanami's right wrist as she stared blankly at me. It was a little like putting a wedding ring on her finger, and that made me feel pretty darn awkward.
Gosh! Why?
Wow, what a cute bangle. Is this really for me?
When I nodded, Nanami smiled from the bottom of her heart. She looked happier than I'd ever seen her before.
I'll treasure it, big bro.
Nanami, we'll be together forever, won't we?
Huh? Where'd that come from?
Because I want to be with you.
No, dude. The worst timeline, dude. It's the worst timeline. I can't get through it. It's so rough.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I want to be with you forever, Nanami.
What? Do you realize what you just said? Like, that was really bold. Do you have a fever or something? Oh, I see. You're just messing with me, aren't you?
I'm being serious.
What? Do you mean as siblings? Or do you mean, as something else?
Both.
No! Gosh dang it! I hate it! I hate it! Make it stop, please! No! Oh my gosh! No!
No! Oh my gosh!
I can't.
I'm losing my humanity. Every word I must read of this. This sucks. This sucks so bad. Make it end.
Both. Both, huh? I think this is the first time you've ever told me how you feel. So that's how you feel about me, huh?
You think I'm a freak, don't you?
I do! I think you're a freak! Dude, why is this the delusion? Why is this the one you pick? Why? I hate it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it, Maurice. Please, Maurice.
No, I don't think that at all. If anything, it makes me really happy. Well, since you got yourself to say all that, then I guess I've got no other choice. I'll be with you, big bro. I'll stay by your side. However, I've got one condition.
A condition?
Yup. It's... well...
Nanami squirmed ever so slightly. Her face turned bright red. She then stared directly into my eyes.
I want you to kiss me.
No, please, please. They better not have a CG for that. I will freaking end it all, dude. In Minecraft, YouTube, don't freaking freak out on me right now in Minecraft. But you know what I freaking mean. I can't take it. My mind can't handle this. My mind is breaking. This is the psychic attack on my mind, dude. This is how they're gonna break me, dude. This is the committee is out there trying to attack me right now, dude. This is what they're showing me. This is the delusion they're giving me, and I have to freaking sit through it. Ah!
Those were her words. I'd do anything Nanami asked. My mind was already made up. She and I would live together. Just the two of us. I didn't need anything else. As long as I had Nanami, nothing else mattered.
Is that a no? Do you think it's wrong for siblings to kiss?
Yes! Yes! Emphatically! Stop, please! Please, gosh darn it! Why? It's like literal pain. It's like literally like clawing my own heart out with my own hands, ripping my ribcage open and pulling my heart out, dude. Oh my gosh. Dude, I feel like Dr. Takashina freaking getting his brain scooped out by freaking a spoon. Oh my golly gee. I can't do it anymore, and it never ends. They just keep lingering it on and on.
I shook my head. I don't think so. No.
Big bro.
No! No, 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 no! What did I say, dude? What did I say? Ah! Ah! No, no, no. Why? Gosh. I can't do it. I can't do it. Please make it stop. Please let that be the last. That's the last thing. That's the last thing.
I love you.
With those words, Nanami leapt into my arms and kissed me. I was kissing my little sister. My sister's sweet sighs passed through my lips. I was overwhelmed with happiness, along with feelings of intense fulfillment. I was brimming with love for Nanami. I want to die right now. I want to actually die. I can't. I've been freaking afraid of this moment, in fear ever since the beginning when I first saw that it was kind of weird. When they were acting kind of weird, I'm like, whoa, what the frick? What is happening right now? Calm down. Gosh, dang it. I just was hoping. I just was praying. I was praying, please. Oh, please, Lord, let it just freaking not be as bad as what I was thinking would probably happen. And it's bad. It better not get any worse. I keep saying that, but you know I'm a terrible gambler. We've already established that in this playthrough. Every time I freaking double down, triple down, it gets worse. So I gotta stop betting. Gosh. But for some reason, for only just a moment, I felt incredibly sad.
Is that the guilt? Is it the guilt? The moral guilt that you feel right now? It better be. If I hear, like, I feel sad because it's not real and I wish it was, I'll delete the game. No, I won't. I have to finish this game. But gosh dang it, I'm that freaking like rash right now, dude. I'm capable of anything right now, dude. Don't test me.
Warm drops found their way down my cheeks.
Oh, thank you. Get it out. Get it out of my screen. Huh. No!
And as those tears flowed, this world where Nanami was, I wouldn't let anyone harm it. I'd make absolutely sure that it was, something. And no matter what happened, I'd always protect it.
Oh, shoot. So last time I found out that this cut out my voice kind of, like, it made it glitchy sounding, so I'm hoping that I can, that it's either not doing it or that I can edit out the clicks, but, wow. That sucked. That sucked. Holy crap, that sucked. That's bad, dude. Oh my gosh. I couldn't handle that. And it's still on my screen! Get off my screen. Dude, I have thoughts. I have thoughts on this, but I'm gonna wait until the song's over because I have a feeling this is like messing my voice up really bad right now. Dude, why though, bro? At least it's over, though. At least it's just over. Oh my gosh. Ugh. My brain is soup. This is how they get you, dude. This is how they wear you down. And then this is how they'll control you, dude. This whole game was freaking created by Nanami themselves. They're out there. They put themselves in the game so you would think it's all fiction. Go away. Oh my gosh. Awesome, great, we're done. Cool, okay. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try and get, I'm gonna try to, they have a patch update that I never actually did because I was always afraid it was gonna destroy my saves, but now that I'm done with another route, this might be the time to try and update the file just in case it deletes my saves as a consequence, because then it won't matter. Wow, that sucked. That was terrible. That destroyed my spirit. But here's the thing. Okay, so this is what I was waiting to say, just in case my voice was cutting out during that, because I noticed it did that in a different cutscene before, where I was trying to speak through it with the music playing, because however it's glitched out right now, it messes with the recording of my own audio. But I feel like what they're going for is with an ending like that, I feel like the underlying subtext, especially with the fact that the entire world had to blow up in order for him to have that delusion, it's really, and I don't know, maybe this is just me projecting, but this is what it feels like, okay? This is what it feels like the writers were going for. It feels like because of the actual, like, straight up crazy sacrifice he had to make there, assuming that even happened, okay? That he had to destroy the world just to live a perverse delusion, right? It's almost as though to say the entire world would see this as wrong, so in order for me to make it right, I have to erase the world. You know what I mean? And just live in this little bubble so that I can enjoy this form of perversity that typically isn't considered an okay thing, but just so I can have some self-satisfaction. But he even said, I felt really sad, and I missed some of the text, so I'm gonna read it in editing and see if I missed anything. But I just wonder if the sadness that he felt when tears were rolling down his face, as if that was like meant to be a very subtle hint toward that, on top of like everything he had to sacrifice in order to chase something that not only was selfish, but entirely like evil, basically. It's an evil desire to have, right? I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's kind of what it felt like to me. I just couldn't stand going through it. I couldn't stand the moments to get through it, dude. It sucked, and I didn't want to see it anymore on my screen. But it's over, and we're done now, and I'm never going back to it again. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it seems like that's what they were going for, considering everything we know about Takumi, knowing that he's supposed to be this culmination of humanity's issues and sin and all this type of stuff that, in this route, especially the one that it's supposed to be dedicated toward Nanami, it makes sense that, and it's not a good route either, right? I wouldn't consider this like a good ending, you know what I mean? It's a good ending, like in the same sense that like one of the endings in Steins Gate was a good ending without being the true ending, right? Because the world still is out of whack, right? But the character kind of gets something that they want, but it's like, but is it really something that they should have went after? You know, probably more speaking on like Okabe going in Lukaku's ending or something, right? It's like that. Was that the best thing to sacrifice the world for, type of a thing, you know what I mean? So I think it works on an interpersonal level, like in terms of like the actual morality of it all from like a sinful standpoint, but I think it also works on a broader scale of like the amount he had to sacrifice in order just to have like if it was Yua, it would have been like no different, you know? May not have been like straight up perverse, but it would have been like the wrong option because he sacrificed the entire world for her. Or I guess a better one would even be Dimi, right? Because we know that he actually already said he did that, right? In the first ending, you know, he was like, you know, everything that Norose is saying is probably right, but I don't care because I'm gonna save Dimi anyway. So even though he's trying to save the entire world from being evil, I'll destroy his efforts just so I can save this one girl selfishly, you know, which I think is a cool dynamic as far as that goes. But golly, that was brutal to get through. Dude, I'm going on, as far as this recording goes, I don't know how long the video will be unedited, or excuse me, edited. But unedited, I'm on 2 hours and 20 minutes right now, because I'm like, I'm not returning to this. I am not coming back again for another episode of this route. I won't do it. So I'm like, I gotta just power through this, dude. I gotta power through it, and then we're done with it. And so then we can move on to ones that I actually will be like, okay, at least it's not his sister this time. Now it's at least a schoolmate or something. You know, it's like, gosh, darn it. Oh, my pain. I hope I wasn't the only one in pain. And if I was, I hope you got some amount of enjoyment out of my suffering from that. Gosh, dang. That just was so uncomfortable. But it should be it. That should be the worst of it now. Okay, because seeing all the endings, the next ending we will be having to accomplish will be the one that we always wanted, baby. It's YUA'S ending, baby. Let's go. It's the ending I always wanted from the very beginning of this game. The wholesome ending with the cute glasses girl, dude. That's what we wanted. The girl who likes anime and manga and is a freaking nerd just like he is. A match made in otaku heaven, dude. Oh, dude, I'm ready for that one. After this, freaking YUA'S route will be a palate cleanser, dude. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's pretty much all I think I have to say about this particular ending. There's not really a whole lot more to add. It really was just like, this is the weird romance route for this character, and part of me wants to even say it could be satirical what they're doing because of the actual main content of the game with delusions and all of that, like and the fact that they make such a big deal about Takumi being such an, like, he says it all the time, I'm a sick otaku freak or whatever he says. So I really feel like they're playing hard into that on purpose. So that's why it makes me feel like, I really feel like they're not trying to say, you know, this is okay. They're more trying to say, like, this is a desire that's a very negative thing, but it's also, like, it could be very human because human desire is sinful by nature, right? Fleshly desire, more specifically, is sinful by nature. And so it's like, you know, showing that it's obviously wrong, and then the detriment of what had to take place in order for him to actually achieve it is bad. In the same way that pursuing sin in real life is the end goal that you obtain from it, or not even goal, the end result that you obtain from it is not worth the small amount of fleeting satisfaction you might get in the moment, and that goes for just about any sin. So I doubt they went that deep, but I don't know, dude. They got a lot of Christian symbolism in here, dude. Who knows? Who knows anymore, dude? But anyway, I digress. That really is, I think, all about that. That's about all I have to say on it. That's about all I want to say on it. I don't even want to think about that ending anymore. I'm ready for YUA'S ending next time. So with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you ruffians in the next video. God bless, and peace.